Hey guys, it is me, Gamer Guy at the World here, back with another episode of Plants vs. Zombies for the iPad. Last episode, we started off the game and discovered a grand total of 4 unique plants that we can use in our ability to hopefully survive this giant zombie apocalypse. And in this episode, we're going to be using them to, of course, what else than kill more zombies. So, the walnut, we haven't used yet. I said last episode it's a wall that protects your plants. Basically, if you place it in front of a zombie, as so, the zombie will walk up to it, and they will proceed to eat it. And then, the good thing about that is that when the zombies are eating it, they physically cannot go past the walnut, so they're just going to spend time eating it while our attacking plants just take it out as it stands there helplessly eating the walnut to no avail. Now, obviously, the walnut will not last forever. As you see, it already has a little cracked animation and its facial expression became a little sadder. So, there is a limit to how much the walnut can take damage, but walnuts have an insane amount of defense and health, so one walnut, if you spare it right and if you kill the zombies before they actually eat it, will last you a good amount of time, and it's a very good plant. That's pretty much all I could say. So, as I was saying last time, I was talking about how, basically, if these plants were real, like, if you're not gonna give plants, like, there's no reason we would genetically engineer any plant to have, like, eyes and a mouth, but, like, if you could use plants like the Peashooter that actually shoot projectiles to, like, defend your house, that would be so cool, and it'd be, like, such a cool practical application for plants that we've never seen before, and hopefully, maybe that would be cool. Oh, I keep meaning to plant something else, but I always press sunflowers in the wrong place. We'll be able to get rid of plants that you accidentally plant in the wrong area of lawn a bit later, but for right now, we're just gonna have to let those plants do their thing. And they're sunflowers, so it's not bad. We have a new type of zombie, as you can see right up there. It's the Conehead Zombie. Basically, that cone is not for decoration, although it does make it look very doofy. It is for extra protection, and he has a little bit more health than the other zombies. So that's why I placed a Peashooter right where he was, because if I didn't, he might have actually eaten more of our walnut, and we would have been in a bit more trouble. So yeah, if plants were real, if plants like these were real, if plants had attacking powers like these plants, then there'd be so many applications. Like, robbery would be much less common, because literally you would have plants that shoot their own seeds at you that hurt people. Granted, these things would hurt people. Like, these things are doing damage. These things have enough velocity and power to make an arm of a... Granted, it is an undead zombie, but granted, their arm is falling off of their body. If they could make a human's arm fall off of their... like, if they could cut off a human's arm, that's crazy how much power these things have. Robbery would be virtually non-existent. Sorry if you heard muscling. That's a bit optimistic, but, like, could you imagine how many applications these things would have? Like, plants that attack you. That's crazy. Alright, starting to really wish actually, no, it really doesn't matter. Final wave. I was gonna say I really wish I dug up that accidental sunflower, but I think we're gonna be okay. I'll just put a Peashooter right there to take care of the Conehead Zombie. Now that we have the full access to our entire lawn, you might notice that behind the sunflowers there are little lawnmowers. Those are not just for show. If a zombie steps on the lawnmower, it will get run over and it'll be a insta-kill for most types of zombies. So, very, very good. Lawnmowers are really generally a last resort, though. Let's say you, for some reason, can't plant enough attacking plants, or if there's a really big zombie that just wrecked your entire lawn, that lawnmower will take care of it. And they are only one use per level, and they will regenerate every new level. So, they're a very handy tool. And, speaking of handy tools, we just got a cool-looking trowel. Although they call it the shovel. I believe that's actually a trowel because of the way it's shaped. Shovels have a more broad shape, and they don't come down as quickly. They don't make as much of a shield design. This looks more like a trowel to me. I don't know. I'm just gonna call it whatever I feel like. Oh, Jesus, I don't want to save on all LG Super TVs. No thanks. So yeah, sorry about the ads.
Greetings, neighbor. The name's Crazy Names. But you can call me Crazy Names. Listen, I've got a surprise for you. But first, I need you to clear your lawn. Use your shovel and dig up this place.
That is probably one of the best characters in all of video game history. His name is Crazy Dave, and he's just a random crazy guy that just helps you with the zombie apocalypse. And there's no reason for him other than comic relief, and it's glorious. I love Crazy Dave. He has some really funny exclamations, and he helps you out a lot also.
Okay, goody. Now for the surprise. We're going bowling! Here, take this walnut. Why did I put a walnut in your hand? Because I'm Boomer! Now, don't bone me, you winner.
So yeah, basically, he's just a crazy guy, and he helps you take care of the zombies. So, I love him. What's not to love? Alright, so, we're Walnut Bowling, yeah. Just when they introduced the concept of planting things in an entire lawn, they're like, you know what, screw all that. You can go bowling now. It's pretty out of there, pretty out of this world, but, you know, it's cool nonetheless, so... Also, you can use your walnuts to be able to bowl zombies in combination. So, like, it'll ricochet off a zombie, and then it could possibly hit another one. There's not enough zombies to show that right now, but there is an achievement in this game where if you hit, 5 zombies with 1 walnut, you'll get a cool little achievement. This red walnut explodes. It's basically a cherry bomb inside of a walnut. As a matter of fact, that's probably what they did to make this thing. They just colored the walnut red and placed a cherry bomb asset inside of the walnut's hitbox. That's probably what they did. Alright, we're just going to kill more zombies. There's not enough zombies to try and get the achievement. It's not that easy, but I will try my best to see if I can get it. I'm just trying to bowl over as many Zambos as I can. Now would be a perfect time to use the... Actually, no, I'm gonna say that for later. There's not enough. They're not congregated enough. Also, I think if you use the exploding walnut to try to get the achievement, it won't count. It has to be like a regular walnut, and you have to get a combo. That's the whole point. You can also dig. The shovel allows you to dig up plants that you accidentally placed in a wrong lane or that you don't want to be there. So that's what I was talking about, that we'll get it soon. And by soon, I meant really soon. Like literally the next episode, we got this thing. So, very good. Let's just have that explode. Kill this guy. Sorry if the commentary is a little lax. It's just that we're kind of just killing zombies. There's not much more to talk about. Yeah, you kill zombies in new exciting ways. Alright. That was a big, hefty amount of zombies. Alright, maybe I can try to get the achievement now. There's a big wave of zombies coming. This thing should die. Please. The good thing about walnuts is that they can just... You don't have to worry about, like, waiting. They can just take out a cone right off the bat. Alright, I'm gonna start it now. That's another one right there. Let's try it here. Bang, bang. Okay, that's not gonna work. Let's try there, right in there. Also, today, this is being recorded on Friday, July 6th. So this is the day that Ant-Man and the Wasps comes out. And the Wasps, yes, there's multiple Wasps. I re-watched Ant-Man last night because I'm seeing Ant-Man and the Wasp today because it's coming out today. So I re-watched the first Ant-Man, and I gotta say, that movie is good. It doesn't feel like a traditional Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, and I mean that in a good way. It's like the humor is not overly like in your face. So,
putting the independent.
I guess we'll have to watch this Indian man get money. Okay. Thank you for showing me that, Plants vs. Zombies. Anyways, I was just watching it's the humor is very not in your face, right? So it's like, oh god, in Avengers Infinity War, it was such a good movie, but for those of you that haven't seen it, I'm trying to not make this spoilery, but basically, it was like there was just so many moments where there were so many jokes in the movie that at times you felt like, wait, is this an action adventure kind of hero movie or is this a comedy? Because there was just so much laughing. The jokes were funny, but I felt like there was just too much of them in too steep of a concentration. They were just bang, bang, bang right next to each other. Ant-Man humor was very spread out, and it was very subtle, so I like that it's like you have to really appreciate the humor, and you have to and it's like not overly imposing. It's just there for you, and then it will wait 30 minutes, and then there'll be another one. It's very spread out, which gives you more time to actually watch the movie, which I really appreciate. I like that. Also, the concept behind Ant-Man was very cool. Honestly, I feel like out of all the MCU heroes, Ant-Man's probably one of the coolest, if not the coolest, because, like, yeah, Captain America's cool because he has drugs inside of his body and he has a shield, so that's cool, right? But, like, Ant-Man can freaking shrink. It's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids on literal steroids. Well, not literal steroids, but, like, it's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids on steroids, and it's such a cool I don't know. I like the idea that he shrinks. It's just so cool to me. Like, no other hero can do that. The Atom in DC can do that, yeah, but they haven't made a movie about him. But Marvel made a movie about Ant-Man going shrinking, and also the dialogue was really good. Like, the CGI effects were great, the dialogue was very good, it was acting that was just good enough. Well, it was pretty good acting, and not just good enough, but it was acting that, like, really felt like the actors actually spent time making their lines, and I really liked that movie. I really liked it, and I can't wait to see the second one today. If you guys are seeing Ant-Man and the Wasp this opening weekend, or if you already saw it because you can be watching this in the future, ooh, let us know. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on it and whether you liked it or not. This is, I think, the first Phase 4 movie after Infinity War, so I guess, needless to say, fans have pretty high expectations for it. So I personally think it will deliver, but we can't know for sure until we actually see it. So yeah, I have a lot of stuff to explain that just happened. Oh god, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright, Peashooter, you can jump over that. Yeah, basically we have a new plant, which is a potato mine. It's a mine that, you know, insta-kills zombies, which is very good. Have this guy shoot that. We'll have him eat this mine, so he just stops moving for a quick second. Yeah, the the potato mine, insta-kills zombies, but it takes time to prepare. The advantage of it is that it costs very little sun, so it's a pretty reliable insta-kill plant. I'm just gonna dig up this sunflower to plant this Peashooter. Yeah, pole vault zombies is the new type of zombie. They run very fast if they have the pole in their hand, and they can jump over one plant, which could potentially ruin your entire strategy. But if you just put a plant in front of them before they get too far into your lawn, you should be able to take care of them, because then they just become normal zombies. So, yeah. That's pretty much all the new stuff that's going on for now. I love potato mines just because for some reason they look like they look like potatoes because of the spots. Don't get me wrong, but like if a potato and a beaver had a child, that's literally what this plant would be. There's no reason for it to have little cute buck teeth, but they just went the extra mile. I did not mean to put that there. They just went the extra mile and gave it buck teeth anyway. So I'm a fan. Thanks, Plants vs Zombies. Your designs have always been something that I could count on to make me smile. Alright, jump over this because we don't want you to have poles. That's bad. The plant designs are good, but the zombie designs just might rival them because there's some really interesting types of zombies, and it's like you don't think zombies would be intelligent because, you know, they lack the brain, which is the one thing they want, and they're dead. So you don't think they'd be intelligent enough to know, like, if I use these common things, maybe I could achieve my goal. But it's interesting how, like, at first the zombies are just normal, right? But like 6 levels later, they're already using things like poles to jump over a plant. They figured that out. And you wonder why these things want brains. These things already are intelligent enough to know that they could use everyday objects, or, well, a pole is not necessarily an everyday object, but you get what I mean. They're already intelligent enough to use objects to try and get to your, inside your house. So why the hell do they need brains? They seem intelligent enough to me. That also raises kind of the philosophical question, like, why? I don't know who wrote the first zombie novel of all time, and I am kind of curious about that now, so maybe I'll look that up after this episode, but, like, I wonder why that person made zombies go after brains. They could have made zombies become monsters that eat your livers, or they could have made zombies that are monsters that eat your arms or feet. They could have chosen any body part, but they chose brains. I guess it comes to the fact that, like, brains are soft and pink, and I guess it's also, like, I guess if I was a zombie, I would want my first meal after being... I just came back from the dead, right? My first meal after being sleeping for like thousands of years, maybe even more, I would want it to be so damn good and tasty and easy for me to eat because my teeth are brittle that I would enjoy myself. So the brains are pretty much all of that. They're easy to eat because they're covered in fluid, so you don't have to like break as much teeth chewing it because it's already soft. As cannibalistic as it sounds, I'm trying to get inside the zombie's head. I don't want to buy a plush bed! I'm already good. Jesus, this game. Alright, sorry, I'm getting distracted, but, like, I don't want to sound cannibalistic or anything, but if I were a zombie, I would want to eat something that's easy to eat and that tastes delicious. The brain is literally covered in fluid, and it's soft itself, so the zombies would be able to eat it, and it's literally bright pink inside the human head, so it's like, ding, 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 eat me. Pink is a very flashy color, especially to eyes that haven't been used in years. They need a little help seeing things, so I don't know. That's probably what the thought process of the guy that made zombies eat brains was. That's probably what he was thinking, but we don't know for sure. But the more philosophical question could be maybe that zombies want brains because they want their intelligence from when they were a human back. I don't know. That's a bit of a stretch, because you could argue that, well, zombies are dead already. Their brain already decayed, and now they're just bodies walking around with one purpose. But if they want intelligence that they at the moment do not have, how the hell are they intelligent enough to know that they want intelligence? It's just like, I don't know. When I'm bored, I think about this stuff, so if you guys like pseudo-philosophical stuff, then you know what to do. But, I don't know, that's just the stuff that I think about. It's just weird. There's no real I wish I could just go back in time and, like, be there for the first zombie novel, and then just see what this guy was thinking when he wrote this. When he wrote that zombies wanted brains, and why he wrote it. I don't know. Those are my two guesses. The one I feel like they're pretty accurate and the most sensical, but I don't know. Maybe you guys have some better input on this than I do. Maybe there's an entirely different reason that you guys went on Wikipedia to know about, and you've been waiting to tell it to someone that really doesn't care for, like, 2 years now, and that person just happened to be me. If you have any other input on this discussion that kind of just sprouted out, let me know. I would be more than happy to talk about this seemingly insignificant topic with you guys. I would like to talk. I want to know what you guys think. So anyways, now that we're done talking about the philosophy of zombies and why zombies want what they want, let's just get back to the actual game at hand. Because half of my viewing audience is like, Jesus, is he done talking about zombies now? Thank God. I want to hear him talk about the game. So, snow peas are the plant we got. They shoot peas like the Peashooters, but they're so cute because instead of a leaf, they have little icicles coming out of the back of their head, and they're so adorable. I love them. Anyways, enough about that. They shoot peas that slow the enemy down because they're covered in ice. They're pretty useful. They do cost a bit amount of sun, though, but in the daytime, the sun's really not that hard to get, as you can clearly see. We're already back at 100, and we just spent 175 sun literally like a minute ago, so yeah. Snow peas, I like them. They're pretty useful. Also, snow peas are a type of pea that are actually, they're actually called snow peas, and they're used in Asian dishes. Everyone knows what a snow pea is. Most people do anyway. Oh god. Okay, never mind. I thought he was gonna jump over my snow pea. I was like, no! But yeah, I like it. Snow peas, you're alright. You're pretty alright. Alright, we're on level 17. As you can see now that we're getting towards the end of this first world, I guess if you want to call it, the levels are getting a little longer and there's more waves of zombies. The first episode was only 9 minutes, but that was because it was literally 3 levels, each of which were like 5 minutes each. Well, not even 5 minutes each. They were like 2 minutes each. Maybe one of them was 3, so now these levels are getting really long. So that's why I'm trying to do only 2 levels per episode, because the levels get long. And like, one level could take us easily maybe 10 minutes, and that's already halfway of what I wanted in the video. So 2 levels is literally the perfect amount for these types of levels. And there's 2 waves also. So honestly, I don't know what the time is right now. Let me see. We've been recording for 19 minutes. I'm gonna let this episode... Wait, okay, never mind. This episode's gone on long enough. I think that we're gonna end things off here. I don't want you guys to sit down and watch the same thing for 20 minutes. So, next episode, we're gonna finish this level and talk about whatever stuff I will spend half the video on. See you guys later.